Drink your water. Forgot my shirt. Come on, drink your water, but first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, breathe, breathe, then drink. Now grab your container of the water, my fault, glass. Get your picture of that water, where my glass? Lift that picture of that water. Simply pour some water. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Now move your body and drink some water. Stretch. Move your body, drink some water. Move your body and drink some water. Family, move your body. Come on. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, move, move, then drink. Wait, now. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors, fam. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should I say, lift, toast, then drink. But anyway, take your breath and drink some water. Lift and pour yourself some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Breathe, live, move, toast. 4 pillars of health in Gye-Nyame, dog. Breathe, drink, eat, move. Half your weight in ounces. Culturally appropriate diet. Move your body. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Drink up. Come on, drink with me. Come on, come on, come on. Can you beat me? Can you beat me? You can't beat me. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink your water, family. Great, great, great Ujima to you. Do not say it. I know I have on the wrong color shirt, but Sashta Maj received a gift from her grandmother and left it in her pocket. And it just so happened that my blue shirt happened to be in the washing machine at Sasha Mash's and Gina G's. I don't want to leave Gina out. And Gina G's makeup ruined my shirt. So I need another blue shirt. But thank God for Gye-Nyame merch, man. I was just, I got some merch, right? Yep. Thank God for the merch, man. I'm just sitting up here like, Lord have mercy. But hey, it's all in love. It's all in love. So, I was mad as hell, though. I looked at my shirt this morning. I was like, unbelievable. I can't believe it. Yeah, I know I'm late. I'm running late. I'm running late. Yeah. It's one of those type of days, family. It's one of those type of days where lateness is going down here at the Journey. Yep. So I'm trying to make sure we're running on all cylinders, trying to make sure that we are posted up on all of our spaces. Of course, we are live on Spreaker, according to Restream.io. We are on Facebook, on Gye-Nyame Journey Media. We are on Facebook, on Hi Tim, and we are on YouTube. And I think we are streaming on Periscope as we speak. All right, I didn't have the show last night because I was trying to make it to 9 o'clock. I was tired. I didn't want to. I said forget it. But anyway, I had an opportunity because I have some young people in my school. So we have an after school camp type thing, and one of the student groups wanted to, how can I put it? They wanted to create a group. They wanted to create an anime group. So they asked me to sit in. So I got to do that from 4 to 6. And I was able to sit down and watch some anime with them and help them break down and, teach them new words so that when we having discussions about it, everybody know what we're talking about, like using words like protagonist, antagonist, carthesis.
What does carthesis mean?
Emotional release. That's what the anime provides you with. Talked about plot. Talked about arcs. Talked about the importance, and this is what I want to hit on right now, the importance of conflict. The importance of conflict, right? See, most stories, well, let's put this, let me say most stories need some type of conflict to motivate the main character or motivate the action in the anime, movie, TV show. But then also I asked the children, I said, well, if characters in books and in your favorite anime need conflict so that they can move, what is the conflict in your life? Of course, I brought it back to Gye-Nyame. I said, what is a warrior? Warrior is one who has experienced a conflict. Okay. Of course, most of them didn't know that. Maybe one in the room might have known that because he's a millennium warrior. Hasn't made it to the hasn't kind of aged into the Gye-Nyame piece yet. But the question was, and it hit me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what is the conflict? What is your conflict? So first one, the girl told a joke and everybody started giggling. I'm like, look, if I'm going to be in this club, of course we're going to have fun, but I'm going to need y'all to be serious about this endeavor, because when we're watching these animes, I need to make sure that you are getting some lessons. You know what I'm saying? Other than just watching these brilliantly drawn fights, because yesterday we had an opportunity to watch One Punch Man. And the reason the idea of conflict came up, because those of you that are into anime, maybe you know this or maybe you don't know this. The one thing that makes One Punch Man different than a lot of stories, especially anime, is that the main character has no conflict. Let me say that again. The main character has no conflict. What do you mean, Brother Hatir? He's One Punch Man. He punched, but all his fights end with one punch. And this torments him because there is no challenge that rises in his show that he can't settle with one punch. So he lives his life bored and constantly fantasizing about the first time he decided to become a hero. Because after the first time he became a hero, he started his little simple workout plan. And for some reason, he not only became the strongest, but he became unstoppable. So there's no conflict. So the show talks about, so the show has to focus around others, but the star never has a conflict because there is no challenge. And because there's no challenge, his life is boring. So I asked the children, if characters in stories need conflict, do human beings need conflict to progress? Yes. What's your conflict? And today, this morning, I asked those of you that's listening to Gye-Nyame right now, what is your conflict? Especially because in Gye-Nyame, you already know, we got to be a warrior, one who is experienced or involved in conflict. So if that is so, then what is your conflict? And think about this. Where is your conflict moving you towards? So we got Brother Kwame. The Carthesis is the reason why the bloody, high energy, violent films are such a great hit. It allows the emotional release from the stress of the day-to-day lives. And the Carthesis is, let me put it this way, it's necessary. We discovered this with the rituals, because with the rituals, when they really going down, there's a Carthesis that happens within the community to release some of that energy. And like I said, we have to be a little bit more effective with that in our community. What are the how would you say, carthesizing situation? Where do we allow Carthesis to take place in our community? You can, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Other than church, you know, like church or the movies and stuff like that. But where are we able to release this energy and, in a sense, either control it or guide it so that it can help us move forward? You understand what I'm saying? So, I know those of you out there listening understand. But this morning, we're about to do this toast. I'm going to leave it there. Now, check the timeline. During our toast and talk this weekend, I'm going to want to we need to cover that story. But there's a few things that I want you to check out on the timeline. Somebody posted up. Now this is from Newsweek. African Americans in Boston, let's just say ADOS, in Boston have a median net worth of $8. Now in Boston, African Americans in Boston have a median net worth of $8. Median. This means 50% above and 50% below. Not salary, wealth. Oh, man, somebody cussed at me because I said I wasn't going to have a show. We need to rest. You are a strong warrior. Go to sleep and have a sweet dreams. Mañana. Mañana. How you said mañana? We will have to face our daily reality. That's why I had to get rested up. Man, because, like I said, I'm in a classroom now. So it's kind of like trying to restructure the class, and I'm learning some new things and some new methods and stuff. And then on top of that, we got to work on this PBIS stuff. So it's going good. So also I posted up on here. I think this is Dr. Hamilton that I posted up. He's at Emory and he's talking, is a good one where he's talking about basically, well, let me go and give you the exact title here. Let me just read what I wrote. They used to tell us we had to work twice as hard to make it in the world if you were black But in fact, but the fact is that the truth is that we have to work 200 to 500 times harder according to the numbers. Fam, we have to stop the fantasies that have been put upon us. It's time for us to force this government to pay its debt. Check out now, this is Mr. Hamilton. He uses this thing called John Henryism. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, boom. Because part of his research, he talks about the health effects of the mind state that's being placed on ADOS. You know what I'm saying? He don't say it. He says black and brown. But, how does an individual who feels that they have to work twice as hard to make it, how does this affect their overall health? So not only does he go through the numbers about how it's not the fact that we got to work twice as hard, we got to work, like I said, 200 to 500 times harder. And the health effects on the group when it happens like that. So, I mean, it's a real good piece. Check it out. Also, there was another one, How American CEOs Got So Rich, on YouTube. And in here, they talk about buybacks, stock buybacks, how companies use stock buybacks to increase the value of their stocks, thereby increasing the amount of bonus that they get. And how once they started this process, the average, let's put it this way, CEOs went from making 15 times what the average worker made to over 230 times what the average workers make. This is why I use the number 200 to 500 times harder. Now, also, in the newsletter, I just finished an article called Skin in the Game, about a book that I read that motivated some thought. But the key piece that that fits in with this is that West Asians have developed a system where they are able to maximize the limited exposure with maximum benefits, where they are able to participate in all of the gains and pass off all of the losses to us. This is what people mean when they say ADOS eats America failure. Even though we placed the skin in the game, we got the largest amount of skin in the game, and every time the wheel turns, it's our skin being ripped off, but other people's are able to benefit from that. And it's time, we got to put a stop to this. You know what I'm saying? We got kids. You know what I'm saying? We got work to do. So today, what I want to do is I went down to the laboratory. And for you, those on Spreaker, I'm picking up a great big white bucket. And this white bucket is full of ginger, mango, ambrosia. And we're going to sample and see if it's ready to be put out. And if so, I will come home tonight. I will get everything together. And of course, I am not going to let this ginger and this mango go to waste. What Brother Hatim is going to do, and what I usually do, is I got my steamer. No, not my steamer. I got my my dehydrator. I'm going to take this mango and this ginger, and I am going to allow it to dry out so that I and my kids who want to partake can have a treat. So I smell the process popping off. Let's go. I'm going to let y'all watch it pour. So, of course, yours will be filtered. Those that ordered it, yours will be filtered. Because I know y'all kind of scared of all that. But I'm trying to tell you, that's where That's where all the health benefits is. Yeah. So it'll be filtered and it'll be a little bit clear, but I like mine unfiltered. That's just me. All right. So this means if this is done, then that means yours is done as well, Brother Kwame. I will have it bottled up and have it all cleaned up and looking nice for you tonight. Did I leave the door open? Yeah, it's raining out there. So I just, like I said, I got to filter the stuff out. I'm trying to tell y'all need to drink some of that stuff, boy. So. All right, I smell the ginger. Mango ain't made itself present yet. Might have to sit a little bit longer, but we'll see. All right. So, first of all, we raise our glass to the Creator by whatever name you choose to call that Creator. We lift up the glass and we salute that Creator and we say Ashe. From there, finally, we move to our list of our ancestors and we raise the glass and pull out our list and let's get it. You ready? Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robin, Texana, Davis, Herman Brown, Senior, Rosa D. Tilly, Georgia, William Walter, Christopher Fanny Gasson, Lena, Chris, Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvar Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman, No More X, Pet, Rob Malik Fakour, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamai, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek Gail Pulley, and Luxor Brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Reed Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley, Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Kel Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Trigg, Frank Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Prince Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Grinham, Virginia Rogers, Reverend Jay Smith, Lewis Henderson, Calvin Spradling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Del Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bert Beatty, Sarah Weller, Vita Farmer, Agosto Sue, Cheryl Harvey, I. Charmaine, I. Evelyn, Theolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Wilson Carter, Joanne Thornton, Eric Trish Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Fred Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther Keach Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Terrell Giles Watson, Spells, Slimmy Selman Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolton, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavinia Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Sophia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quells, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry World, James Farmer, Mary Chavez, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Adela Vester, May Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineri, Darmatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Ellen Ohio, Frank Russell and Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy, D'Amico Russell, Deamon Aries, Gina Ruth Jones, Jana Callahan, William Walter West, Nigella Perez, Elder B.C.G. Filani, Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Elise Wallace, DePretis Hines, Honest Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winter Priest Scantleberry, Wilson Headley, Elma Hines, Phyllis Lee, Eugene Spratling, Kevin Spratling, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbur Longmire, Edith Catney, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Michael Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Ransom Evans, Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Nalon Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, R.G. Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Jennifer Sensabaugh, Hazel Gatson, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy Bradford, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy, Reverend Roosevelt Word the Stacey Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, Dave Brown, Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irvin, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Booth Jefferson, Dan Wilkinson Sr., Emma McClendon, Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson. I think so. Jerry Doyle, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Donna Hill is real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Richard Gleavis, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boy Irby, Jim Gaucher, George and Hallie Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Erica Armstrong, Claire Fox, Gina Evans, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Aunt Becca, Alice Arnold, Anthony Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Eula Andrew Baker, Patricia Edward Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Brennan, Bradley Kim, Janie Harry Tubman Case, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alex Nixon, John Bowie, Lester and Rachel Saunders, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Maddie and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Vivian Stevenson, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Hairston, Margaret Town, Mary Williams, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Amber Moore, Miss Vanilla, Alvis Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Earlington Houston, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, and West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Beth Bond, John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Tim Butler, Ramey, Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., Barbara Naeem, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Brantley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Muriel Ellis, Elizabeth Sanders, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Rudy Brown, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Irvin, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Irvin Sr., Michael Irvin, Ozella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Nevaeh Mitchell, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rashawn Easley, Javan McCormick, Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, John Reed, Shekhar Maha Reed Jr., John Reed Jr., Patricia Reed, Edward R. Benson Sr., Ethel H. McNair, Lois Fernandez, Jacqueline Broadus, Reginald Oliver, Mazarine Colbert, George Swan, Imania Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Michael Morgan, Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Shelby McClendon, and we have Joella Giles, James Carswell. Liberta Adams, also known as Aunt Sis, Elder Shaka McNair, Anthony Brown, Lottie Gaucher, Jonathan Ford, Cousin Tony, Michael Johnson, James Jimmy Johnson, Barbara Shane Lewis, Ronald Shelton Jr., Damian Top, Westina Banks, Joseph Bingham, Quincy, Mama, Aunt Lady, Abraham Isaac Cundiff, Aunt Barbara Lewis, Renee Johnson, Joy, Ryan Ross Riggins, Jamonte, Marcus Price, Ness Words, Marshawn McHale, Demetrius Beard, Herb Jefferson, Rob Mickens, Eric Walker, Quincy Sample, Candace Simmons, Severin Clayton, Leonard Jones, Sonny Garner, Melvin Scott Sr., Edo Clarence Lumpkins, Elizabeth Johnson, Frank Smith, Stacey Trice, Denise Garay, Nathaniel Hassan Turner, Khalid is in transition, Nigel Turner, Demetrius Lewis Flint, Alberta Woods, Geneva Simmons, Daniel Tilley, Angeline Gant, Sharifa, Oscar Kane, Audrey Gripper, Dominique Nichols, Ruth, Elaine Johnson, Teresa Sambu, Aunt Maxine, Uncle James, Henry Margaret III, Tamara Dowdy, Nicole Harris, Julia Taylor, Richard Bozeman II, Ruth Carter, John Carter, Mr. Thornton, Johanna, Desandra Lynette Lewis, Henderson Mosley, Charles Jordan, Henry S. 62nd, Fannie L. Webb, Dan Walton, Alauti, Sue Walton. I like that name. Alauti. Emma Walton, James Randolph Giles, Sonny. Once again, shouts out to Sonny. I'm going to have to research and find your name, uncle. I think he's an uncle or something. Pete Walton, William Walton, Fred Powers, Elijah Juan Hakeem Nkomo, Alberta T. Davis, Charles Davis, Willie R. Mackey, Dr. Karimi Mackey, Victor Bowden, Drusilla Kitty Berger, Lucy White, Robert Lee White, Emma Jean White Talton, Roger White, R.L. White, Jesse White, Ruby Jewel White, Johnson Carl White, Desi Woods, Tilar Woods, Lennox, Jim Woods, Lizzie Woods, Juanita Alexander Brown, Cynthia Ann Wright, Richard Dorsey, Annie Simpson, Jamira Simpson, Regina Hopkins, Joseph Simpson, Nettie Dorsey, Eleanor Hopkins, Edward Webster, Alice Webster, Ivy Webster, Arnella Willis, Ethel Lane, Ethel Marshall. Family, we raise our glass in celebration of our ancestors. And we say, Ashe. Now, family, remember, for Africans, that's for us. You know, that's our gene pool, you know, regardless of where we're from. Those of us that are directly connected, we got some directly, like my wife directly from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? I've been over here between 5 and 8 generations. You know what I'm saying? Hell for us is being forgotten. You know what I'm saying? So we strive to make sure that our loved ones are remembered on a daily basis here at Gye-Nyame Journey. All right? So raise up our glass to all of our family, right? Because once you put your family on that list, we are connected, right? So we raise up our glass, we salute, and we say, Ashe. From there, family, we move on, and where do we go? We go to the present moment. What's popping off in this present moment? I want to give a round of applause to all the Ujima babies. Are there any Ujima babies in the house? We got any Ujima babies on the team? I think we got a Ujima baby on the team. I got to get, family, I need to know, what is your day of birth? What principle are you rocking under? You know what I'm saying? That's a powerful thing. What principle? You know what I'm saying? We able to build teams, be able to put all of the principles together on. I knew it. I thought it was Miss Cynthia. Miss Cynthia. Shouts out. Give her a round of applause. Yeah. I knew we had. Give it up for her. We got Ujima baby on the team. Now listen, for those that don't know, I want you to activate your reticular formations. Those parts of our brain that allows us to focus and find things, right? Keeps us safe. All right? And Bria Gaucher is okay. So we got 2 of them on the team. Ujima baby. So here we go. Activate your reticular formations. We are going hunting for Ujima today. Catch a release, family. Track it down. Take a picture of it in action. Watch it in action. You know what I'm saying? Watch it in action. All right? Take a picture. Write about it. Speak about it. Post it up on Gye-Nyame Journey timeline. Not the group, but on the page. The page. All right? Hashtag Ujima. Hashtag Ujima found. Hashtag Ujima baby. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag Ujima day. We need to practice finding our principles. Miss Cynthia say, bless up, thanks. What an appropriate time to wait after transition to add an ancestor. That depends on the individual. You know, when I'm connected to them, after I get done with my personal stuff, I post them up. But like I said, that's on you. You know, how you feel. If you got family members that, you know what I'm saying, going through, and whenever you feel like adding them to the list, we add them to the list. All right? You know, like I said, even with some of the recent passings of the elders, what I would do is I would call and ask someone in the family who was appropriate for me to place their name on it, because some people might not be ready to hear the names. Some people have different grieving traditions. Some people might need a little bit more time before they are able really to hear the name. So that all depends on you and when you would like to post up the name. And whenever you're ready to post up the name, you already know how to get in touch with me. And I add them to the list. All right. So, keeping with that, today is Ujima. For those that don't speak the language, Ujima means collective work and responsibility. The mighty principle of the day is righteousness. The M7 principle of the day is respect. Color is blue, but I don't have on blue because I tried so hard. I tried. But I'm telling you, man, these girls, boy, I got makeup all over my shirt, so hopefully I'll be able to clean it out. I'm going to have to hold off for maybe a couple of weeks. I need to get some more. I got to get a whole new supply of the shirts because it's long shirt season. So I'm going to have to go, get me all the colors that I get with the long shirts. But I don't think blue is on the colors. Let me see. Can I get a blue? Let's see. Right now I'm up. No, they don't have a blue. Oh, damn. So I have to work something out. Damn, they ain't have a blue hood. They got a light blue cat-in hoodie. How's that? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay, cool. So I'm gonna go into the Daily Toaster hoodie and I'm gonna make an adjustment so I can get a blue hoodie because I got white up there. I don't need white up there, so I could take white off and add another color because they have a limit amount of colors that I can have. So let me go in and make some adjustments. I bet you the Daily Toaster. So I could take off. I don't want to take off black. All right, well, anyway, I'm sorry. I'm sitting up here looking at. Oh, by the way, let me make sure I share with you what I'm looking at. I am looking at the G&J merch store. We're going to have some limited edition Miss Navita Nelson designs popping up on in the store, so be on the lookout. Spread the word, like and share, hit the bell, do whatever you do out there. All right. So the color is blue. I don't have blue. The hermetic law is vibration. Male name for the day is Kwaku. And shouts out to the two ladies out there. The name is Akua. We raise our glass to the moment right now and we salute and we say Ashe. From there we move to our future generations. We toast it and we say Ashe. From our future generations, family, what we do. From our future generations, we toast them and we say Ashe. From there we move to all of our relations and we say Ashe. From all of our relations, we move to that selfish toast. What is it that you need in your life right now to move towards your higher self? To move to being a better person. We toast and we say Ashe. Last but not least, family, you ready? We toast the most magnificent, most beautiful, most inspiring, most uplifting, strongest individual in the room. Lift my glass up to you. We toast and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Family, I wish you peace, power, and joy. Now let's sample this mango. I taste the mango. It's kind of sharp. The ambrosia got sharp on this one. Good though. I think, okay, there you go. Feel the ginger right around the front part of my mouth. So it has absorbed. So it is ready to ship. So of course you will be getting them with the new caps that I'm using, cork tops. You will be getting them with the cork top. Now the corks that I'm going to use are bigger than this. I'm using the corks for the 5-gallon jars. So I'm going to be able to put it in there real tight, and all you got to do is just take it off. And you straight. So you ain't got to worry about it sliding down in the jar like that and have to get a corkscrew. You just be able to just pull it out because it's going to be so much on top that you just be able to get a good grip on it and pull it off. All right? Man, let's go and finish. Mango is very subtle. I wouldn't have picked mango, but the family who, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that, well, actually, Elder Clifford Bowie suggested this, but when other people heard it, they was like, can I get some of that? Mango is kind of, it's chill. Mango is good by itself, but mango, it never was one of my choices for ambrosia. Ginger, yeah. It's ready to ship. Make sure this is closed. I will be straining you and getting you ready. But the first one is going to be ready. It's going to be that Gye-Nyame drink because it is very, very aggressive. So I'm going to have to wrestle it up out the damn jar to put it in a clean jar and pray that it do not jump out the damn bottle and attack one of my kids. Last time it tried to attack Sasha. So Kwame, we're gonna have to talk about your drink, brother. That's why I ain't put no cayenne in it, because it's already aggressive enough. So now I gotta go I'm gonna take a sip of that regular ambrosia to see how it's aging in this jar, and if the way it ages here, I know, ooh, look at that. Oh, it's just right. Those that want the original, oh, it's just right. Look at that. Look at that head on there. Ooh, man. He said, you are a rock gut. Ginger is some rough stuff. Yeah, but ginger get that immune system popping. Like yesterday for breakfast, my wife made some like a fish stew, but she used habanero peppers, and I would listen. It's already spicy. I could take the spice. I just can't take a straight hit from the damn pepper. And I ate one of those peppers because I thought it was a piece of okra. Man, dude, let me tell you, ginger ain't got nothing on habanero. I'm just telling you right now. Ginger, so I'm thinking, I don't see. Remember, you got in your mix, we got ginseng, we got black seed, we got burdock, we got dandelion. It could be any one of those, man. All that shit, all those are. Now, but let me say this. I'm thinking that it's the ginseng because Elder Oripianki's is aggressive, but not as aggressive as yours. You understand what I'm saying? Because when I do the ginseng mix, just the ginseng, it will jump. The ginseng, no matter, Like, for example, I got a breather at the top that I put in the gallon so that it could breathe. So I have to kind of lower those mixes because regardless of, and what's crazy is regardless of how low I have it, eventually the liquid or the actual ambrosia will be in where the water is in the breather. It knocks the water out and is in the breather. So I don't know what the hell's going on when I'm at work. I don't know whether, so I'm thinking that it's the ginseng, but it also, for yours, it could also be the black seed, because the black seed never settles. You understand what I'm saying? It never goes down. The black seed never goes down. The burdock and the dandelion root cooperates, and they'll sink to the bottom. But that goddamn black seed refuses. It refuses. As a matter of fact, let me say this about the black seed. The black seed possibly may be the problem. Not in a bad way. But the black seed will form a seal and barely let any air out. So, I'm just saying. Alright, PayPal sending, I owe somebody some goddamn money. Some more money came out my account. All right, so family, check it out. Go and support Gye-Nyame Journey. I'm going to make sure I put up the tip jar. And those that can't work the tip jar, I'm going to put up the Cash App. You know, because, shit, you know. So let's go and let's throw up the tip jar. Where the tip jar at? We're going to throw and share the tip jar. Because maybe not in my generation, but eventually, I think the Daily Toast is going to be one of those shows that people are going to be tuning into all over the world. But also, if you can't work with that, you hit us up at Cash App GNJ Media. That's just it. Hit that up. You know what I'm saying? Every little bit helps. All I know is that it's good for me. Thank you, brother Kwame. Now I'm gonna figure out how. I got to figure out how to incorporate your comments in with everybody else's comments so we get to keep the conversation rolling. Family, I know y'all got to go. I got to go. I really, really enjoy, and once again, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for trusting me to do this and actually empowering me to do this and inspiring me to keep doing this, because we have to salute our ancestors. We have to take care of our lineage. We have to review our personal family lives, and we have to learn the lessons that were passed through, that are passing through our generation. Because many of us are either suffering from generational curses because we don't know, or we are prospering from generational blessings. So, I mean, and the best thing we can become is conscious so that we can start looking at some of the patterns, right? Because I see, you know, because like I said, I had an opportunity to sit with my dad and actually live with my dad and see some of his stuff. And because I was able to sit with my dad, I'm able to recognize some shit in my son. Because I know the urges that I fight in me. So I'm able to recognize some stuff, because a lot of this stuff is passed from generation to generation. And it's like we really need to get our knowledge together about who our people are, so that we can start, as we become and start moving and transitioning into eldership, we will be able to look at babies and study babies like we did in the past and determine who the hell is coming back. I mean, I don't know if y'all understand me when I say that. Who the hell are you? I mean, because you've been here. So which relative is coming back? So that we can have stuff prepared for you and start helping you coming. A lot of our lives we spend confused because we don't know why we're coming or you know what I'm saying? And I think part of the rites of passage and part of what we did as a people helped our people become comfortable in their skin, become comfortable with who they were, and help them identify their mission in life sooner. See, because the piece that hit me yesterday when I was talking with the young people about anime, you know what I'm saying? And I have to stress that I didn't start the club. The young people started the club and they sought me out. We need a advisor for this club. In order for us to have this club, we need an advisor. We need somebody that could get us a high definition TV. So we actually, they was using me. Let me just put it. They didn't just want Chromecast. They want high definition, and I don't blame the babies because there's some nice TVs that you know what I'm saying. You know, and Brother High Tim will get access to those TVs for them. But when we start looking at the conflict, I started realizing that maybe some of these young people have not identified the conflict in their personal lives, in their group life, in their family life, in their tribal life. So it's easy to fall into boredom. It's easy to play some of the games that they play because they don't realize that there's a conflict going on. Or maybe they haven't found their conflict. And because they haven't found their conflict, because usually, like for example, just using Kwame. Kwame's conflict has been numbers. This is why he's a mathematician. He realized that there was a battlefront there. And we used those things that caused, for me, it was stories. You know what I'm saying? I've always been attracted to stories, whether it was Greek mythology or comic books or vegging out in front of the TV and watching TV shows and having my adults around me talking about how I was becoming stupid because I was watching TV. I really got into it. You know what I'm saying? That was my conflict. Boom, understanding, boom, boom, boom. And once I understood that was my conflict, and I could tell you exactly when it happened, check this out. There was a PBS special that came on, because every now and then my grandparents would put on PBS. And when they first started running Joseph Campbell's, what was that special that he had? Joseph Campbell did a special, Myth. That's a cold book. That whole shit, that whole series is fucking incredible. Myth. It was about myth. Well, anyway, after he did that, and I started seeing that I wasn't crazy, there was actually people out here looking at this at a deeper level, because I had always knew that there was something deeper about the mythologies. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was something deeper about these. It was something that was speaking to me and something that was calling me, right? And it became a challenge, right? So now, what is your challenge? What is your conflict? Find it so that you can, one, help other people find theirs so that they can start. We need masters, goddammit. We need masters. You know, for most of us, we have mastered in our community. We have basically mastered the ability to take care of the basics. Now what we need is mastery, because that's the next step. See, because at first, when you look at the development of groups, you have that subsistence part. Then when people get good at the subsistence, right, and are able to do the magic of making a little into a lot, This allows individuals in that tribe or in that community to become masters. And that's when shit start popping. I knew you were going to refer to that series by Joseph Campbell. Hell yeah. What is Power of Myth? Damn right. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Changed my life. I was sitting there and people was, because you know, that's when they used to have the TVs in the living room. I don't know if they still have it. And everybody had to go through the living room. I was sitting there just laying on the floor. They got to walk over me. Because, you know what I'm saying? Then they couldn't understand, why is he watching this old white man? I'm like, this motherfucker dropping some shit. I didn't know you could learn all that from a damn. And he making a living? Where you live? Hawaii? He living in Hawaii? Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that stopped me from really pursuing that shit hard was the lack of understanding from my family. Because there was no way, because at that time my grandmother was still alive and everybody was coming to our house for Thanksgiving. There was no way that I could say anything like I'm in religious studies or mythology or, you know what I'm saying? Any of that shit, if I say that shit, it's going to be a fight at the goddamn dinner table. Because somebody going to say some shit, and at that point in time in my life, I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm still kind of like that. But, you know, I'm like, yo, you know, because if you wasn't doing engineering, school was for money. Fuck your learning. Fuck what you love. You supposed to be going to get some money. And I haven't seen any mythological money floating around here, right? So I couldn't say that. So I had to always be like, well, I'm trying to be an engineer, blah, blah, blah. Until eventually I got to a point where I was able to say whatever fuck I wanted and didn't have to worry about it. But we got to grow into that. But anyway, family, I'm running late as hell. Haven't even got my girls up. Haven't even started ironing our shit. Right? But I'm really enjoying that mango. That mango, those of you that ordered the mango, good choice. Mango is not the fruit that I would choose. But you chose it. Good choice, good taste. But ain't nothing like this original. The original is at its peak. I'm saying anybody out there that get it, you need to get the original first. You need to suck on the original. And this is what I'm saying. Now that I have the quartz, I'm going to start getting this original out a little bit earlier. How long did JC lock himself away just reading myths to earn his JC? Jesus Christ? Shit. 30 years, was it? 30 years? That wasn't going to work at the dinner table, Kwame. Because your black ass ain't Jesus. I mean, listen, man. We all got, y'all know, ADO's family, we got some of the funniest motherfuckers on the planet. And it ain't the niggas up on stage. It's those niggas at the Thanksgiving dinner table that could just hurt your feelings and fuck you up into the you're planning to get them back at the next family gathering, and they have already pivoted while you stuck on the shit they said last time. They done found something else out about you. You know what I'm saying? And they just waiting for you to come back with your comeback, and they're always prepared. Those of you that got ADO, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You got those individuals in your family that's just, I ain't going to even say nothing. I'm done. I'm majoring in engineering. I ain't been there. I quit the engineering program my first year. I'm like, I don't like these. I don't like all this. I like people. I want to help people. I like myths. I like, I don't even like, so I'm like, I don't like this shit. All right, family. I'm out. Oh shit. Joseph Campbell. Now, remember when he did Power of Myth? What's up, Sheree? What's up, baby? How you doing? Joseph Campbell remember when he did that special, he was already old. So I would say about between 30 and 50 years. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't locked away because he was doing it in those institutions. So, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, because, we never had the privilege of, like I said, college for us was an opportunity for us to move up in the economic landscape. You know what I'm saying? So for my generation, being the first coming out of my branch of the Brown family, because there was other people, other parts of our family where individuals went to college before me, maybe one or two, maybe more that I don't know about, but I knew about one. Being the first to go to college, right, and having it totally paid for. You know what I'm saying? I was not forced, because my family never really forced me to do anything, but the expectation that I felt that I had to do was to pursue financial gain rather than passion. You know what I'm saying? The grown man thing to do is to sacrifice the passion for stuff that would lead me in a financial gain. This is part of the reason why, you know what I'm saying, it's like, when young people are talking about college, or even some of the adults that I'm talking to around me, is that what you want to do? I mean, be honest with yourself. Family, we got to be bold enough to start having these conversations. We have to be willing to ask our young people, is that what you really want to do? Is that what you think you have to do? You know what I'm saying? Because you doing what you have to do is you're going to be good at it, possibly. But when you pursue that thing that you want, that passion, you know what I'm saying? That passion, when you pursue that passion, that's where you change the world. You pursue what you're good at, you maintain the status quo. But when you pursue your passion, you change the status quo. You change the world. Hell with status quo. You change the world. Brother Kwame Mips is how he earned his PhD. So, yes, he did. I didn't, but at that point in time in my life, I wasn't exposed. I mean, dude, listen, I didn't know until damn near like my last year of high school that professional football players even got paid. I didn't know that you got major in damn near anything. I didn't know they had PhDs in, you know what I'm saying, in mythology. I didn't philosophy and shit like that. That wasn't in my world. You know what I'm saying? I was just good at school. I filled out a couple of applications. Somebody said, hey, you need to take the ACT. I took the ACT. Did all right. You know what I'm saying? I was just, because it's like I just kind of like stumbled into the whole college piece. You know what I'm saying? It's like I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do after high school. There's this interview that we want you to go to, Mr. Brown. Boom, 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 boom. Need you to go. Make sure you dress nice. Next thing I know, I got a full ride. I'm like, what the fuck? What? And we got over 300 degrees at Ohio State University. Oh, degree. Okay. Which one makes the most money? You see? All right. All right, so family, I'm going to check out. I'm going to get with y'all later. I see y'all trying to hold me up. I see y'all want some of this ambrosia. Here, go and take some, man. Go on. I think I'm going to have a tasting, you know what I'm saying, of some of the different ambrosias at different levels, and talk about what they could do. You know what I'm saying? Anybody interested in something like that, or even maybe even do a workshop on how to make, you know what I'm saying, how to make June or kombucha. Because, you know, I can show you how to make either one. We prefer June in our community. Why? Because we got enough sugar floating around this motherfucker. So, raw honey. We could control the production of honey, actually. You know what I'm saying? If we got the land and we got the beehives, we could go on and produce our own honey. And hell, some of this tea we could be growing too. But that's a story for another time. I'm out.